Imagine a silent threat lurking within you, a threat that could strike at any moment, leaving you unprepared. Did you know heart disease is the leading cause of death worldwide? Many people don't know the signs of a heart attack until it's too late. The signs might be right under your nose, disguised as something you wouldn't think twice about. Today, we're uncovering 10 shocking signs you can't ignore. Ready to discover what your body might be telling you? Let's get to it. First up is unusual fatigue. We're not talking about your typical "I need another cup of coffee" kind of tired. It's a fatigue that's persistent and drags you down. Your body might be trying to tell you something is off. Fatigue can be caused by stress, lack of sleep, or a busy lifestyle. If it's new, unusual, or with other symptoms, pay attention. Let's talk about chest discomfort. You might picture someone clutching their chest in pain. It can feel like a heavy weight, squeezing, or a dull ache. If it lasts more than a few minutes, get it checked out. Let's talk about shortness of breath. If you find yourself constantly gasping for air, struggling to catch your breath after minimal exertion, or experiencing shortness of breath without any obvious reason, it's time to pay attention. Shortness of breath can be a sign that your heart isn't pumping efficiently, and it's not something to ignore. If this sounds familiar, don't brush it off. Make an appointment with your doctor. Chapter 4. Nausea or vomiting. Nausea and vomiting can actually be signs of a heart attack, especially in women. If you're experiencing nausea or vomiting that comes on suddenly, seems unrelated to anything you've eaten, or is accompanied by other symptoms on this list, it's crucial to seek medical attention immediately. Chapter 5. Pain in other areas. Did you know that the pain from a heart attack can radiate to other parts of your body? Many people experience discomfort in their arms, particularly the left arm, back, neck, or jaw. The key here is to pay attention to any unusual pain you're experiencing, especially if it's accompanied by other symptoms on this list. Don't dismiss it as a pulled muscle or everyday aches and pains. Chapter 6. Sweating. Sweating is your body's natural way of regulating temperature, but it can also be a sign of stress, and not just the everyday kind of stress. If you're sweating profusely, particularly if it's a cold sweat and you're not overexerting yourself, it could be your body's way of signaling that something is wrong. Chapter 7. Lightheadedness or dizziness. When your heart isn't pumping enough oxygen-rich blood to your brain, you can experience dizziness, lightheadedness, and even fainting. If it happens frequently or is accompanied by other symptoms on this list, it's essential to get checked out by a doctor. This one is particularly tricky because many people mistake heart attack symptoms for indigestion or heartburn. While occasional indigestion is completely normal, persistent heartburn, especially if it's accompanied by other symptoms on this list, should never be ignored. Pay attention to what your body is telling you and seek medical advice if needed. We often think of anxiety as a mental health issue, but it can manifest physically as well. Many people experiencing a heart attack describe a sudden feeling of overwhelming anxiety, a sense of impending doom, or a feeling that something just isn't right. If you experience a sudden onset of severe anxiety or a sense of dread, especially if it's accompanied by other symptoms on this list, don't try to tough it out. Last but not least, let's talk about snoring. Sleep apnea causes you to stop breathing repeatedly during sleep, which puts a strain on your heart and increases your risk of heart attack. If you snore loudly, especially if you wake up gasping for air, experience excessive daytime sleepiness, or have been diagnosed with sleep apnea, it's essential to talk to your doctor about managing this condition and reducing your risk of heart problems. Now that you know these 10 shocking signs of a heart attack, take action. Don't wait for symptoms to escalate. Seek medical help immediately. Early detection and treatment are crucial. Found this helpful? Thumbs up, share, and subscribe. What signs surprised you? Comment below. Stay healthy.